All Elite Wrestling is bringing their hit TNT series Dynamite to the HEB Center at Cedar Park Wednesday, February 12th. Bell time is 6:30 p.m. You'll see great stars like the American Nightmare Cody, the Natural Dustin Rhodes, Le Champion, the AEW World Champion Chris Jericho in the Inner Circle, plus 2 title matches. Hangman Adam Page and Kenny Omega will defend the AEW World Tag Team Championships against Frankie Kazarian and Scorpio Sky from SCU, and Nyla Rose will go after the AEW Women's World Championship when she faces the champion Riho. Get your tickets at AEWTix.com, or you can win tickets by going to the contest page at hornfm.com. We'll see you at the HEB Center at Cedar Park on Wednesday, February 12th for AEW Dynamite. Back here on Sports Guys Talking Wrestling, this special preview podcast as AEW comes to the ATX HEB Center Cedar Park Wednesday night, bell time 6:30 p.m. AEWTix.com. Don't forget we do have a couple pair to give away, so go to the contest page at hornfm.com, and you may get to go see some great stars. We talked to SCU earlier, and now joining me right here in the worldwide headquarters of Sports Guys Talking Wrestling, or as I say, the Northwest Austin annex of the Horn. You blown Cody away. I joked with Cody one time about him being a 5-timer guest, but you've blown that away and then some. It is our good friend, the Natural Dustin Rhodes. How are you, buddy?
Man, I'm good, Stu. Thank you for having me yet again.
Well, I like having you on the mic.
Hey, we're pals.
We are pals.
Yeah?
We're very good pals. I mean, I got to show you this before we even get started. So I dug up these pictures. So I went to see NWA in 1988, I think. I was in the Army. This is at Blaisdell Arena in Honolulu, Hawaii. And, of course, one of the matches was that nasty Tully Blanchard against none other, the American Dream, for the NWA United States Heavyweight title.
Heck
so
yeah,
a couple of shots.
That's my belt. I had that belt.
I know, it's a beautiful belt. It's one of my favorites.
And I wrestled in that arena.
Tim Storm and I. You know Tim Storm,
yes.
former world champion. Tim and I have.
Those are cool.
We have kind of this mutual, kind of like you, that mutual love for, that belt and all those traditions and everything. So, let's talk about AEW in 2019. You signed on in April after you got your release from WWE.
Mm-hmm.
And, I told you when we were backstage at Corpus Christi, I said that you actually look than like, a year and a half when we got together. You actually, it looks like you have, you found the fountain of youth. And tell us about just how much fun it's been to go through this first year of AEW with all the success and the crowds and the sellouts and everything. Just talk about how blown away you are at the success of AEW in year one.
Oh, it's been an awesome success, Stu. You said something about my age, which I didn't really realize that, but I think what can contribute to that is me being in a happy place, a happier place than what I was. Because when you're miserable and you're stressed out, you do age. You age severely, and it was a toxic place for me. And I got out of there, and in 2019, man, we just work every week, having fun. These kids are very important to my life. I want to see them succeed, all of them. Being there with my brother backstage, in creative meetings and production meetings and doing that side of it is a lot of fun for me. I mean, the more I stay busy backstage or during a television day, and the day before and like today, the better I am, because my mind's, I'm out of my own head, and I stay busy, and that's more of my comfort zone. And it's a hell of a ride, man. It's been so much fun every single week. You know, when I get on a plane to go to Dynamite somewhere in the United States, I'm so happy to get there, so happy to go to work, so happy to do my training sessions with the ladies, you know, every single week. And they're enjoying it. The kids are learning. Everybody's succeeding. And it really feels like a team, and that is so important with us, you know, teamwork. Like when somebody falls down, we're all there and we see it and we help that person back up, and that to me is what teamwork is, and that's why AEW is going to be such a success and already is a success. So
I believe it. I absolutely believe it. You mentioned about coaching the women, and I know you and I have talked about that quite a bit, but you know, I, like I said, watched you backstage, and you just look, you have this, you know, great spirit about you, and I can see the women really, really appreciate and really take to what you have taught them. And, you know, you've mentioned, you know, girls like Riho, like Chris Statlander, Nyla Rose, you know, Britt Baker. I mean, the talent, the women that are in AEW, it is amazing to watch them, and you can see them blossom just in the few months that Dynamite's been on the air. You can see them blossom. They're different wrestlers today than they were in the beginning of October.
Well, you got to remember, all of them, they're not used to TV. You know, the only person that's really been on TV as far as the women are concerned, anybody, is Kong, is Brand. So it's teaching them where the cameras are and where they need to look, how they need to utilize their facial expressions for the arena there and for the audience at home. And they're starting to pick that up. They're starting to learn, and it may be a slow process, but we're not in a sprint here. This is a building process, and it takes time to bring out characters, to bring out what they can offer to the public. And we're working on them, and the guys too. You know, that so many people. You know, I get to work with all of them, and to see them in promos, especially to see them take a first take promo and go, and me step in and say, okay, here's what we need to do. You can do this better by doing this, and then they do it again and they get better, and I'm right there coaching them, and they finally nail one that's money, man, and it's like. Then they see it. They see the difference that from the first one to the last one, and what they did differently, and how they brought their characters out, or their voice was lifted in certain parts of it, and that's what it's all about. And then they get happy, man, and you see the success in their eyes, and that they really want to learn. They're very passionate here, very passionate, hungry kids.
One of the things I want to ask you, you mentioned about coaching promos. What is I think we've talked about this, but what is that one aspect of a promo that it seems like when a wrestler understands that aspect, it's like the light goes on, and immediately they can, if they keep that aspect in mind, they're going to hit good promos. What's that one aspect, you know, in your opinion and experience?
The one aspect for me personally, and what I try to teach, is to tell a story and captivate an audience. You take, and I'll do this a lot, you know, if they have a promo, and let's say Nyla Rose is wrestling Riho for the women's title, and you have a minute and 30 seconds to do this promo, I'll look at Nyla and I say, okay, I need 2 words in this promo, and I need you to tell me a story about these 2 words. So you've got Riho, you've got title. Now start it just like that, or give me 3 words, and start these and keep them in order: a beginning, a middle, an end, and tell me a story. Don't do what I want you to say. I want you to tell me what you want to say in your voice, in your character, and bring that out by telling me a story. And if you do that, you're going to not lose me as an audience member. I'm going to watch and hang on to your every word, but it takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of practice to learn how to talk promos. I mean, not everybody can just jump right in and have the gift of gab on a microphone, man, and just make people hate you or love you or whatever. It takes a lot of time, many, many years of perfecting your craft. And it's a slow thing, man, but that's what we do. We practice, repetition, repetition, man, every week. And I make them watch tapes. I make them watch the great talkers out there. And sooner or later, they're going to get it or they're not going to get it. It's up to them to bring their characters out, and I'm here to help them along the way.
Talking with Dustin Rhodes, the Natural, as AEW comes to Austin on Wednesday night, bell time 6:30 p.m. at the HEB Center in Cedar Park. You mentioned Riho Nyla Rose. They've got a big match on Wednesday night. Riho defending her AEW Women's World Championship.
Yeah.
Nyla Rose, she's called the Native Beast for a reason. This is going to be, this is not like their first match when, they were vying for the title, become the first champion. Nyla Rose has this added motivation because she didn't win that match, and she's just become more and more savage. I'll be honest, I kind of fear for Riho a little bit. Give me your thoughts on that match.
I've watched Nyla from day one and where she's at now and just the few short months that we've had. And I've been working with her on switching gears. And we need to see the Native Beast. So when we need to see the Native Beast, what do you do, Nyla? And she's like, well, I need to do this and this. And I'm like, yes, but you need to step it up a notch right here. So you be Nyla. You be the crazy Nyla that you are. But I need you to explode when it's time for you to explode. And when you do that, it's going to fall in and you're going to see it. You're going to see it work. And the people are going to be, wow, Nyla can go. If you're not doing that, it's going to also show. So Nyla's really stepped up. She's switched gears. She's going on all cylinders right now. She's working hard. It's going to be very interesting to watch, to say the least.
I imagine
tomorrow night. I think Nyla's going to be the new champion.
I would not bet against her, mainly because I don't want to go through a table. Speaking of matches,
yes,
you get a crack at some revenge on the Inner Circle, taking on someone that's very familiar to Austin wrestling fans in Sammy Guevara from the Inner Circle. Sammy's had a long history of wrestling here in Austin, a big star when he wrestled with Inspire Pro, who was a former Pure Prestige champion, and now part of the Inner Circle. I know you are itching to get your hands on the self-proclaimed Spanish God.
Well, Sammy has got a bright future, and he is a Texas boy. I believe he's from Houston.
Yes,
and,
he is.
Sammy is kind of lost his way. He has boxed himself into a group in the Inner Circle, which is just, in my opinion, not the thing that I want Sammy to do. And he's there. He's making a name for himself by doing things that are just wrong. And him and Jake together especially, and it still resonates here in my gut because Jake broke my arm while Sammy filmed the whole thing and did his little vlog piece, that he does every week.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what, Sammy? You got me on the last show with the help of Jake Hager. This show is a little bit different, man. And like I said before to you in past interviews, you're not a leader, man. You're a follower. You are a follower and a walk behind her. You will never be a leader until you get away from that inner circle, until you step out of your own shadow and out of your own box, because you're scared to death right now, and you should be. Two Texas boys going at it tomorrow night is going to be impressive, but I promise you, this will be Sammy's final reckoning as I get redemption for what he did. And then what? I hope to God Jake Hager's out there.
By the way, walk behind her. I think I've heard that a time or two from someone way back in the day.
Got to steal from the greats, man.
I love it. And one of the things Jake Hager and I talked a little bit, and I think what would be really cool, because he's not only is he a dastardly wrestler, he's a damn Sooner.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, the Red River rivalry could come to AEW. You show up in some burnt orange. I bet you I know a guy or two that could probably get you some gear.
Do you?
I think I know somebody.
Yeah.
We may be able. We may have to work that some
Orange
these
and
days.
white face paint.
Maybe some. I think you. Yes.
Yeah,
because
man.
I'm tired of Jim Ross saying that you're wearing Sooner red.
Yeah,
I love
right.
Jim Ross to death, but
You know
no.
him and his Sooners. Man.
Him and his
It's
Sooners, I
Same
know.
thing. Same thing with Jake. Hell, we could have a match in the Red River.
Why
you know
not?
what I mean? Right there on the river. You say,
Dude, let's
hey,
do it at the Cotton Bowl.
That would be
you
cool.
know,
That would
let's
be
go
cool.
back. Let's go back world class style and just do it in the Cotton Bowl. So, talking with Dustin Rhodes, the Natural, here on Sports Guys Talking Wrestling. I wanted to get your take on last week. Your brother Cody. That last segment on Dynamite with MJF and the 10 lashes. I was sitting here in the headquarters watching that live, and I'm lucky enough to call you a friend. I'm lucky enough to call Cody a friend, and it wrenched my gut. Just watching that, and I know this is he agreed to this,
Right.
But still to watch that, and then seeing you come down, and seeing Arn come down, and the Bucks, and then Brandy, giving him support. As I said, it was wrenching my gut sitting here at the headquarters. I can only imagine, and you offered to take the rest of the lashes, but I can only imagine what was going through your mind standing there ringside watching your little brother.
It was very uncomfortable. I remember many times growing up where my mom took a belt after my ass, and it didn't feel good. And I know Cody couldn't do anything, man. He couldn't touch him, and this is Cody's decision. And he agreed to take these 10 lashes, but it was very uncomfortable to sit there and watch my brother writhe in pain because, you got two big grown men swinging a belt at you. It's going to sting a bit. It's going to hurt. But man, he took it like a man. Cody was there. And yeah, I did want to take the last 5. I'm just glad MJF didn't look at me and say, I want you to give Cody the last 5, because that would have just done it for me, man. I would have probably went off on MJF right there and stopped this whole thing. But to watch him and to be there with my brother and to watch him actually be a man and step up and take these things is enough said in the Rhodes name and the Rhodes legacy, because we're tough and we get knocked down, but we get back up.
Yes, you do. Couple more things. First of all, I've when Cody came here to wrestle on the independent circuit, I asked him about this, and I want to get your take. So you and Cody, we are in Austin, Texas. This is where the Rhodes name was born. And now you get to bring a creation that you and Cody helped build to the very city that bore out your father and the Rhodes name and the Rhodes legacy.
Yeah.
Talk for a second about how special it is that AEW Dynamite is going to come from the ATX.
It's pretty impressive and pretty sweet. I'm home, I remember when I was little going to the matches down at the Coliseum or the auditorium and watching Dad, and wanting to be a pro wrestler, watching world-class championship wrestling, and being from Austin, Texas, and seeing so many great superstars come from West Texas or here in the Austin area, man. And here I am, and growing up in Austin, it's pretty cool. And I have performed here in Austin, but this is on a different level, a different playing field. And this field is good. The grass is green. I see it out there, this artificial turf, man. I'm going to go out there and steal the show. It's going to be so fun, electric. My people, Austin people, they're going to come. They're going to watch. They're going to enjoy the crap out of this thing, man. It's going to be so much fun. And I'm glad that I get to spend it with my brother, myself, his wife, my family here will all be in attendance, my sisters, my moms, my wife. And just to be here in Austin is a special, special night for me.
It's special for me. It's special for me. It's so cool to see it at the HEB Center, Cedar Park, AEW Dynamite, Wednesday night, 6:30 p.m. bell time. Tickets at AEWTix.com. We've got a couple pair to give away, so go to the contest page at hornfm.com, see how you can win them. Before I let you go, I know you've got a movie coming out, Copper Bill. I think it releases Friday. Is that right?
It does on Amazon, actually.
On Amazon?
You can get it on Prime. So
how proud are you? We've talked about this before, but I know you're just Belvin. You went to the premiere in L.A. How much fun was that, and how excited are you to see Copper Bill?
Yeah, I went to the premiere, at the Theater, which is just a magical place, man, and to see my film play. And I've been to a couple of premieres for a couple of my movies, but this one I really enjoyed, and I did a really good job, and it's going to show. You're going to enjoy my acting ability in this because I nailed it, man. I nailed the character of Mitchell in this, and I play a thief. And we're trying to find this $80 million on this ranch. The drug lord has died and supposedly buried the money on this ranch. So me and Jessup, Tom Hallam, are there, and we're trying to find this $80 million. And stuff goes kind of crazy. It gets kind of crazy. You have Arthur Red Cloud in it from the Reverend against he's the resident Indian. He was in the movie with the Revenant with DiCaprio. Face to face, which was really cool. So got some big stars in it, man, and I did a really good job. Very impressed with my acting. I can only learn and get better, and I'm sure not everybody's going to like it, but I watched it, and I don't like watching back my stuff. I cannot stand watching back my stuff unless it's a promo. Matches, film, anything like that. I'm always going to pick it apart and try to find something that I could have done better because we're perfectionists. I'm an artist, and I can always think I can do it better. But I really loved it, man, and I got such great we've got such great reviews from it, and so far so good. So hopefully people will get it on Amazon and enjoy it.
I'm looking forward to it. That's going to be one of the first things I watch this weekend is
Thank you.
Copper Bill. So he is the Natural Dustin Rhodes. Follow him on Twitter at Dustin Rhodes and see him tomorrow night, Wednesday night, AEW Dynamite at the HEB Center at Cedar Park. Again, AEWTix.com. Go to the contest page at hornfm.com for your chance to win tickets. If you can't be in Austin, and my God, if you're within driving distance, you need to be in Austin.
That's right.
But if you can't be in Austin, of course, you can watch it Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central on TNT. Among the great matches, Sammy Guevara will face his reckoning when he goes up against my friend, the Natural Dustin Rhodes.
God bless you, Stu, man. You're the best.
Dustin,
you can build that up for me. That's awesome.
Hey, I try.
I got my work cut out for me. He's fast. He is
fast. He
is very squirrely and very good at what he does in there. So, yeah, I'm a little nervous. My nerves are kind of wrecked today, and they will be tomorrow, but it's good nerves.
I get you.
It's good nervous.
Dustin, always a pleasure, my friend.
Thank you, buddy.